Hey everybody, this is David Basga with David Basga Racing, Davphil Racing, and the Budget Pro My channel. Well, today I am polishing this crankshaft with that piece of paper. I'll get into it right now. Okay, so if you don't have a crank grinder available to you or a polisher, how do you get? I'll insert some pictures of what it looked like before. But I've been polishing on this for a while. I'm just miking the crank. I'm just polishing it first to see. It looks like it's 10 under, but I want to make sure. Basically, I start with some 400. I wouldn't go any coarser than 400. 400 is usually the starting point for me, and go up. If you have some 600, that'd be great. But 400 is a good starting point because that'll get a lot of the corrosion and a little bit of the, you know, if there's been some grooves put in there, it'll knock it down at, like a tenth of a thou, if that. So, but that's just what I start with. And I've done quite a few journals already with this, and this is how it turns out to be. And you see it just deadens it up, and you can see how it cleans quite nicely. So, okay, I'm just gonna set up and show you how I do it. Hang on. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, hope the cameras, you see me there. 400. Let's just work on this journal here. So this is basically how I do it. Back and forth. Get to the dead side. And then I'll do that a little bit. If I have enough strip that I can wrap it around. In the old days, you'd wrap it around like this, right? And then you get a shoelace. You wrap it around a shoelace, and then you just run it back and forth. So this works just as well. So basically just back and forth like this. So you do it really fast, so you get that high polish on there. And after a while your paper starts to disintegrate. And you do some stuff. But basically that's all I do. I just go back and forth like this really fast. And I keep moving it around. Now the paper's all gone, but usually I'll get it around there really fast and you're done. And then you make the crank. So I hold it like this, and then I support the anvil side here on the crank. And you can use the thumb wheel. I'm more used to using the main wheel, just because I've been doing it for so long. But I still use the ratchet thumbnail. And then when I think I got it, I go back and forth, right? This way and this way. You keep going that way and this way. And then when you feel it nice and snug, you can't turn anymore, then you lock it off. Pull. It should pull nice and snug. And you should go on nice, like that. And this reads as, this is a 2 to 3 mic, so this is 2-inch. And this is 25, 50, 75. Okay, and 75 and 10 is 85, 86, 87, 88, and 89. Right on the market. So 89. So effectively, this crank is actually an extra thou looser on the rods, right? So it's an 89. It should be a 90, right? To be 10 under, but it is an extra thou. So it's going to be more than likely we should have 2 thou clearance on the rods with this measurement. And so I still just will end up buying 10 under bearings, but we want to make sure. We want to make sure, and then also to make sure it's not out of round. We're within 2/10 of a thousandths from here to here, which is nothing. It's nothing at all. I'll just quickly go through here. Same deal. Yep. And it looks like this crank was sitting in moisture. Probably had an antifreeze leak, bad head, gasket or something. And really just put stains and some surface stains. But nothing that'll hurt it. It just doesn't look very nice, that's all. But it's still round. It's within spec. It's within 1 to 2/10 of being out around. Of being in round, I should say. So within 1 to 2/10. It's really nothing much. Now I'll just do the main here. I haven't polished this one yet, but I'll just show you what this one is. And then I'll continue on polishing. Okay, so we got 2.425. Show you here. 25 was the first tick there, and then 10, 35, 36, 37. And so we're within 2/10. So we're within 2 thou of what the size is. So we're gonna have we're probably have about 2 to 2.5 on the mains. It'd be nice to grind it to 20 under. Then we can tighten that up. But it is what it is. But I wanted to make sure that we're not out around. We're not putting a really bad crank in there. We're not putting something that's going to knock on a set of bearings or turn, rotate. Knock on a bearing and then the bearing turns in the housing. So it's just had a hard life, and we're gonna make it better. This is Dave Miazga with Dave Miazga Racing, Dadfellow Racing, and the Budget Pro Mod channel. Peace out. Have a good day.